Hey everyone, it's Obsley 2003 here, and I'm joined with Nicholas Zombie.
Hello.
Yes, hello indeed. How's it going?
Good. What
Yes,
is this? How we're near the end of spooky month.
I know it's too end too quickly, but we're making do with what we can with the time we have available, and this is another little session of our offshoot.
Offshoots.
Yes,
Now you might be thinking, didn't they say they're gonna do this once a week? Well, it's an offshoot, folks. It just happens.
yes, it happens when it
There are
happens.
there are no rules, even if we make them.
Yes, we we can't hold ourselves accountable for what we say or do not say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but.
No responsibility.
hmm And with this session, I believe we're gonna go ahead and talk about the movie It Comes at Night.
It comes at night. What comes at night?
That's a
What
very
is
good
it?
question. Yes.
Stephen King's It? A killer clown? The some kind of horrible disease? Or is it fear itself? The answer is fear itself.
Spoiler alert.
Possibly.
Yes. But this movie's already a few years old.
It's pretty old.
Yeah,
3, 4 years old?
somewhere around there. I was still in Florida, so it was a few years ago. Back when people
Alrighty.
still went to the movies.
Back in the before times.
Yes.
The long, long ago.
Pre-COVID.
Yes. Remember when there was a time when you would stand arm in arm with random strangers at a concert?
Yes, and go out and do things and interact in the general
Yes.
public.
Yes. I mean, people are doing that right now, but those people are fucking stupid.
Yes.
But anyway, it comes at night. When did you see it? Did you see it in theaters or?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters when it first came out. I think I saw it opening night, to be honest,
Oh, nice.
and it was a pretty packed theater. What was it, an A24 or it was not?
Yeah, I think it's A24. It's not like early A24, but it's before their big boom.
Yeah, but it was a very interesting movie. They in the movie itself never really said the setting, like, was it like type, is it like Mad Max? Is there still society? Did society collapse? I don't know.
Yeah, it was it came out not really close to Last of Us, but it had a lot of Last of Us vibes.
Yeah.
A lot of that kind of look with the gas mask and well any post-apocalyptic. You
Yeah. You said you did get to see in the theaters a little bit later, right? Not opening weekend or
I
whatnot.
saw it. I don't know if it was opening weekend, maybe the weekend after, but I saw it very early in theaters.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, this is a good movie.
Was it a fairly packed theater when
It was empty as fuck.
really?
I think there might have been maybe like 5, 6 other people
Hmm.
tops.
Oh man, 'cause
Yeah.
yeah. When I saw it, it was I think a Regal theater, and it was pretty packed. I won't say it was sold out, but it was a pretty packed theater. And I remember when they were trying to like show the teaser trailers as like the scariest movie ever made, or scariest movie of whatever year that came out, and all that. And I don't know about that hype train, but it
Yeah,
was
the hype train was pretty. It it was just something that that movie wasn't exactly.
it was a different type of. Would you
Yeah, it was.
would you consider it a
It,
horror movie?
it's a. It's I want. Is it a thriller?
Thriller suspense?
It was suspense. It had horror elements, but
That's
all the good horror you saw in the trailer was fucking dream sequences. I think that pissed a lot of people off.
yeah.
Yeah,
eh,
so the marketing of the movie pissed people off more than the movie itself should have.
It was the movie theater clickbait,
Yeah,
but I guess kudos to them because they made their money.
they did. They did.
Yeah, I guess it
But
was good for A24.
I was gonna say. I feel like it was the No Country of Old Men for horror suspense. Like that ending wasn't like a lot of people didn't like it. It wasn't a typical ending.
Yeah.
But
Do you want to do a quick synopsis of the movie, or you just want to like go right into it?
oh, I'm all right. It comes at night. We open on a family with a. Oh wait, that's is that a synopsis? I don't know. Well,
Good.
basically, it comes at night. We'll do it.
Yeah.
It was opens with a family with a sick old relative who the father of the family has to kill with the son and bury. And you're kind of left with that in the beginning. It's kind of a cold open almost. Well, I guess all movies are cold opens.
It set the tone.
It set the tone. Something's wrong. There's an illness, some kind of horrible illness. Is it? And you don't really know what's going on. Is it like a zombie kind of thing? Is it a just a horrible illness? It's super fucking COVID-y. Fucking anyone can get it.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't understand it. Apparently, it's bad enough to where the fucking world's pretty much over. So, anyway, it comes to that young family, well, a relatively young family, living by themselves in a house boarded up. And do we meet Marauders first, or do we meet the other family?
Meet the
The father, right?
father slash husband first. Yes.
Or the other family?
Yes.
Yeah, meet them. I think he was just trying to come and get some fucking supplies.
Yeah, because
And
it takes place in a very rural, wooded area. It's not in the suburb. It's not in a major city. They don't say exactly where it was, but it's a very wooded, secluded area. And um, one night, not he's not the it, but this random person breaks into their house thinking it was abandoned, trying to forage for supplies.
yeah. And that's when we get into the survivalist, last of us kind of post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
It, I feel like it was a lot of suspense. There was no monster. There was other than human beings are the real monster,
Oh yeah.
which we are. Good for us. But I don't know. I enjoyed the it did have a lot of suspense because you didn't know because you every time the door like at the night had a lot of eerie things like they focused in on that big red door.
Yeah. And then just the fact that yeah, like you said, the opening scene, it's the the adult daughter slash wife telling her father slash grandfather who's like covered in sores and he's wheezing and she's like the whole room's tarped off, basically quarantined. She's in the gas mask. She's like telling him it's all right, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And that sounds kind of curious. It's not. I'm not losing any sleep over it, but like usually in movies like this, they have some like newspaper clippings on a wall or something that kind of alludes to what's going on or like how much time has passed. But there was none of that in this movie. You don't know.
Like fireplace.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell caused this. Like I said, you don't know is there still society? Is there still government? Is there martial law? Is there just nothing? Um, but
It seems like there's nothing because it seems like just a lot of people in the woods fucking trying to survive. They don't really have electricity or cell phones or anything like that, so it gives you that feeling of shit's gone to hell.
yeah, because
Truly saying that.
they again, in a rural area, they have all the doors, all the windows boarded up, only one way in, one way out. We don't go anywhere at night. Um, Stick to groups, and because the opening is basically the family. It was the grandfather who got put down, husband, wife, and tween son, give or take.
Yeah, like the older teens.
Yeah, and so it seems like they're just getting over the fact that they put grandpappy down, and then yeah, that's when this intruder comes in, which brings up a whole new not necessarily conflict, but a dilemma. Because now they're pondering what do we do? Which at night when this happens, the husband does go outside trying to see if there's anyone else out there, which there wasn't. It was just the one guy, and they're just trying to figure like, what do we do with this guy? He's like, do we let him go, knowing he knows where we live, or do we kill him and just be done with it, not have to worry about this anymore? And they interrogate him, at which point he was saying he has a family, they live kind of a ways away, but then they have live animals, stuff that they can trade for some supplies. And so, like, yeah, I don't know, that brings up, this is like, is this guy telling the truth? Do we let him go back to his family? Do we just put him down? And um, it's it's interesting. Just kind of like it's a almost, it's not kind of very realistic of the movie. It's not like an over the top like guns blazing or anything like that. It's very down to earth, and I guess it adds
To
more to
me,
that realistic value.
you hear me?
Now I hear you.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up a bit from my end. I don't know if it's me or not.
No, no. I hear you now. I'm not sure if you were saying anything before.
No, I was listening to you, but yeah. But anyway, but no, you're right. Um, I don't know. It does have a lot of suspense. You don't really know what's going on. Again, my big thing of it is fear of the unknown, fear of what's out there, fear of losing your family,
Yeah.
and I believe that was what it is, and also disease, which is also another type of fear. A lot of fucking fear in this movie, and it's kind of appropriate during this time. A lot of early quarantine vibes.
Yes.
Yeah,
And because yeah, and ultimately the wife slash mom decides they should bring him to this house. He seems like a nice person, which they'll be nice people. We can pool our resources together and work as two families to one to either defend the home, work together for keeping it sustainable.
yeah.
And during that drive, the husband slash father and this random guy are trying to go meet up with his family, and they get shot at with just random, would you call them marauders?
They're kind of marauders. They were a faction of people out to kill. Now, for some reason, I get those marauders, and like I said, it has a few things with a Quiet Place, kind of like that family alone in the woods in a house.
Hmm.
So for some reason, in my brain, like I wanted to put that scene of that guy yelling in this movie, but then I realized, wait, that's a Quiet Place.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Marauder scene was cool. It was just it that felt super Last of Us.
Hmm.
That felt like that one where Joel and Ellie get like ambushed by some guy who's trying to save his hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
and even in the movie, like those two guys, they look like hunters. It wasn't like Mad Max where they're wearing fucking homemade body armor or whatever. It looked like they're wearing typical hunting gear in the middle of the woods,
yeah,
and it looked like there's only the two of them. And then the fight ensued. They survived, and then they, which that added tension because while during the drive, the husband's asking this guy, it's like, how far did you go? Like, oh, I went a couple of miles, didn't see anyone else, and then they're barely like 10 minutes into this drive, and they're in the middle of a firefight, and it's like, how did you
yeah.
not see
It
these
was a
people?
firefight.
Yeah. And he's like, are you with them? Do you know these people? It's like, what the hell's going on here? Which adds to more fear,
Yeah.
suspicion, all that good stuff. And
You think he
uh,
knew him? I don't think he knew him.
no, no, the way he was putting the hurt on that guy when,
Yeah,
because the husband he went blasting with his rifle, and then the other guy he subdued the other one. He was pretty much punched him to a pulp.
yeah,
So I I honestly don't think he knew him, because later on in the film when they're showing that everyone's happily living together under the one household, there was never any.
Yeah, it never really felt like they were
Yeah.
trying to fuck him over or anything.
Yeah, there's never any like planning with an unknown pack of people to take over the house or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I know that eventually they get everyone back to the house. This unknown person, he ends up having it's him, his wife, and small child. Maybe what, 6?
Yeah, as a really small kid.
Yeah. And in the process, before they got here, the husband had this guy tied to a tree, and he was interrogating him, trying to figure out like where are you, where'd you come from, and part of this, which is a key part, was he tells the husband that he was he got to his brother's house, and that's where he was staying until their truck broke down, and that they were running out of supplies to basically they're getting ready to move on. And things for the most part seem to be going pretty good at the house. Everything's hunky dory, and then what the dog goes. They have a dog which runs away, disappears for a while, and things seem like they're going good. And then what the two men are sharing a drink together at night. They're just shooting the shit, and they're just trying to get to know each other, their backgrounds, and then
Hey,
the what?
that's the other podcast.
Yes, and while they're just talking about their past, um, the unknown guy, he at some point mentions that he was an only child, at which point the dad, I'm bad with names, so I don't know what the fuck their names are, but he's like,
Yeah, it's fine.
"You're an only child? Well, you said you had a brother before." He's like, "Oh, so and so, yeah, they were like a brother to me," or something like that. At which point he's like, "I'm gonna go to sleep," and takes the booze with him. So, which again, it's like, now what the hell's up with this guy? You have this unknown family living in your house for duration of time, and now his story is not adding up.
Yeah.
So, um, the part
The
that get
seeds of dissent.
yes, and the part that kind of gets weird because when everyone gets under the same house at the same point, they're having dinner together, breaking bread, and the father, the homeowner, all that is saying, I have the only key in and out of the front door, and this is how we will exit and enter, and I lock it. It's always on my person all the time. If not, my wife will have the key. And one night,
Yeah.
his son gets up because he was having nightmares or something, which was again a lot of like clickbait videos that we'd see on the trailers. He gets up, he finds a little kid, I'm assuming was sleeping in the grandfather's room.
I think so. I think it was.
So he gets up, walks the kid to his parents' room so they can all go back to sleep together because they all slept in the same room. At which point, the older son, he goes to the front of the house, and that's when he sees the doors open.
Yeah, the red door.
Yes, the red door's open, and at which point he freaks out, tells his dad. They race over there, and to top it off, not only was the red door open, but it's kind of like a foyer, I guess, because there's a
Yeah, it's like a little like hallway into the actual outside.
yeah. So there's which I'm assuming both doors would have to been locked, but somehow the dog is in that little foyer area, dead, gutted, and it's just like, how the hell
That
did
yeah, that was like, what the fuck is that? Like, there's a lot of things in this where it's like, wait a minute, like, well, how did this dog get gutted? I could get
yeah.
the dog came back home, but gutted. What the fuck?
And even then, because when the dog randomly before it ran away, it started barking. It was the middle of the day. all the guys were chopping wood just out, and then the dog just starts randomly barking
Oh
at
yeah, yeah.
something, and it's just like, what's he barking at? What's going on? Everyone starts cocking their guns, and they're just looking at any direction. Dad gets the bright idea to untie the dog. The dog bites him, gets loose. Son goes chasing him, and the dog's just gone. And then the
Yeah.
son is just has this panic look in his eyes, looking around. He thinks supposedly he heard something in the woods, the general direction of the dog. And later that day, he's mad because he wants to look for it. The dad gets mad at him, and then the son's drawing, and it's like this creepy, almost like a World War I era, like gas mask type thing
Yeah.
in the woods. So it's like, what the hell did he see? What did he not see? Why is he drawing this particular type of image? And none of that gets answered. But then
Never
randomly,
gets answered.
never answered. And yet, so yes, somehow the dog gets through one door in this foyer completely gutted, and it's just there dead or dying. I think it was still alive.
Mm, yeah, I think it was like panting.
Yeah. So that never got answered. It's like, how the hell did the dog get in there, or did someone bring it in? They never say. Like, it's just one of those things. And
All right, now the more we talk about it, the more I realize why people hated this movie.
um, so and again, at this point, the dad is the only one who would have the keys to get in the house, get in and out of the house. He was dead asleep. The keys around his neck, and they take the dog out. They dispose of it. They never let the kid see it because he was very attached to the dog, and you don't want him to see it all cut up,
Mangled.
pretty much. And I'm not sure if the dad was saying it just to say it so the kid wouldn't see it, but he said the dog was infected. And he's like, how do you know? And that's when the that's when they start talking about contamination and whatnot. And that's when he said, I saw the little boy asleep on the floor, and I held his hand and walked him to his parents' room. And they're like, you touched him. It's like, did you wash your hands? Like, did you do anything? It's like, why do I wash my hands?
It's infected. Were you wearing a mask? Were
Exactly.
you 6 feet apart?
Yes. And
Social distancing?
pretty much. And now the blame game starts happening because they're trying to figure out how is the red door open because the red door
Yeah.
should be under lock and key. And the older boy is saying that the little one must have opened the door, which is impossible because the locks are much higher. He couldn't reach them. So, not that it becomes a screaming contest, but fingers start getting pointed. And now there's a possibility of infection. So, at which point the dad's like, we need to self quarantine. Let's self quarantine for the next 2 days. Everyone just stay in their own rooms. One family stays in one room, we'll stay in our room, and we'll just deal with this. And that doesn't work out.
Oh no.
No,
As we all know, quarantines never work out.
no, especially under potentially harsh conditions.
Mm-mm.
So the little one, basically that it's for sure they were infected. And then
Oh yeah.
the original owners of the house, they're talking to their sons, like, did you wash your hands? Did you do anything? It's like, no. It's like, well, if the little kid got it, I got it because I was near him. I was touching him. And the parents in denial, it's like, no, no, you can't have it. Like, you'll be fine. We'll be fine. So they all sleep in the same room with no,
Yeah. Infect each other.
yeah, no gas mask, no self quarantine within the quarantine, and the other families are starting to show early signs of being sick, and that's when the altercation happens because the dad's trying to confront the family, and they just like, we just want to leave. He pulls a gun on him, and all the while the dad had a gas mask on. He's like, take your mask off. We don't need that. It's like, I want to keep it on. It's like, nope. Took it off. which exposed him in the close quarters. No one was wearing masks. That's why he had to wear a mask.
Your fucking mask.
Yes.
Man, this movie's ahead of its time.
No shit. And this is in the daytime by now, and the another scuffle happens outside, and basically the new guy, his son and wife get killed outside. They were trying to run away. They get gunned down, and then they shoot the other guy. And
A lot of senseless murder. Again, movie ahead of its time.
and all the while they're like, "What the fuck just happened?" It's like there's a lot of death, possible more death, because and at this point, their kid is not showing any signs of infection just yet.
The little one or the the
The older
the
one.
teen? Yeah.
And then he had that other weird daydream where
Yeah, he was
he's
daydreaming a lot.
yeah, because right around here that's when he starts like daydreaming. He's like um seeping out like black oil or tar out of his mouth or something like that.
Yeah, he got some weird horror daydreams. He also had some sex daydreams about the other family's mom.
Yeah.
Which sounds gross to people, but no, she's hot. She's pretty hot.
Yeah, and he was right
So,
around that age where
yeah.
hormones are throbbing.
Oh yeah. That's not the only thing. But
But in the end, they start showing where it's the mom again. I don't know if she's wearing a gas mask or not, but her son's basically dying. He is
oh yeah.
indeed infected, and she's like, "It's okay, like you can let go," or something like that. They don't show him get put down, but basically, like next scene, he's not.
It's just them.
Yeah,
That was one of the really good like little cinematography things. Just like that was the opening scene. I don't know if it was the opening one, but it was like after they put down the grandpa, it's just the son and the mom and the dad there, and you could assume that the grandpa had a seat at the table as well, obviously.
yeah,
But then yeah, the last shot of the movie is just the mom and the dad there.
they're at their kitchen table, like Nick is saying, and that's how it was at the beginning with the three of them. They were having like a very silent lunch or breakfast, and here it's just an empty dinner table. They're sitting across from each other. The father looks like shit because he got the shit kicked out of him. And if you look closely, I think they both have like sores on them. I mean, he had the shit kicked out of him, so he's
Fuck,
he's
they know they're fucked.
bruised and bloody. And I'm uncertain if the wife also had just like the symptoms of the lesions and the scars or whatever the fuck that this thing causes. But they both look disheveled. Not a word is said between them, and then that's it. The movie just ends.
It comes at night.
But did it really?
Cinematic masterpiece or not good movie? You decide.
Did it really come?
What is it? Are we it? Is fear it? Are humans it? Disease? I don't know. Death. Death comes at night
Death always comes.
and during the day. Not always at brunch.
But I don't know. What would you do in that situation with the guy? Like, would you let him go? Would you try and bring houses together, or would you just like put a bullet in his head?
I feel like a bullet in the head is the easiest option to where it's always gonna end up. Almost always it's just gonna end up. So we're killing each other. In a lot of apocalyptic movies and settings, sadly.
Yeah, because aside from sh- the conflict between the two families, they were never raided by any other marauders.
Yeah, it was just the one set of marauders, and
It
yeah, it was
it
family.
wasn't they didn't show any monsters, they didn't show any zombies, they didn't show any demons, or at least actual demons or anything like that. It's just the woods, the unknown, the the what ifs, I guess. And then But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of weird with the whole dog that ended up in the house, which
That made no sense.
yeah, and it's not like they had a doggy door either. It's just like
No.
the dog somehow ended up in the secure room, gutted, and then the interior door that's supposed to be locked at all times was open.
I
So
there I don't know. Do you think the movie should have had more answers, or do you think it was better off the way it was, leaving open-ended, leaving that fear, leaving that questions open?
I they talked to the director about that, and he said he purposely left holes in the thing. I'm not sure if he did that as like I guess to create the not controversy but conversation about the movie, or just like to leave it to us to fill in the blanks.
Yeah,
But
it's either that or he was like, "Ah, shit, I fucking forgot about that. I actually meant to do that. It's an artistic thing."
yeah, it's like it's artistic. It's that's like,
Yeah, there's a very fine line between yes, this was all intentional to "Ah, shit, I never answered that dog thing."
yeah.
Uh, yeah,
And I mean, it would have been one thing if they found the dog outside in like a common area. They open the door and like there it is. But for it to be in the house, where like how the fuck did the dog get in the house? And then
yeah,
they had to sit down, let them talk among themselves. But then they didn't like discuss who the fuck brought the dog in the house. It's like what is outside that we should be alert and vigilant. But then that's never discussed, and they all get infected and pretty much they just die. But yeah, that's how the movie just abruptly ends. And then I remember watching the theaters opening night, that scene happens, and then just cuts the credits, and the majority of the people are like, "What? Like, what the fuck did I just watch?" And it was just like kind of awkward silence, and then like the cast was
yeah,
going, and then it's like, "Oh, there's no like ending at the end of this. Like, this is it." And so people would start just getting up and leaving, and it's just like it was like an awkward silence of just like, "What the fuck just happened?"
yeah.
Which I'm okay with because I really don't like the sappy, happy, everything's wrapped up with a pretty little bow ending.
I
But
don't think it needed to be a sappy, happy ending. I would have been happier with a down ending like we got, but I feel like I wanted a few more answers.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we could have gotten a little more answers, a little more clarity. But um,
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't have to be like a quiet place. It didn't have to be like that. We had to be like these creepy monster reveal and whatever.
Yeah, no, it didn't need to be that. I'm fine with it being humans and being like just a sickness.
But I think it's they left it open to interpretation for us, yeah, to like try to piece it together or just like what would have caused it or um and that's what's just kind of interesting. It's just like what oh they never said again what this thing was, but I guess it was viral because they had to wear gas masks and quarantine and all that or face masks or whatever to like to not get infected. They wore gloves, they sanitized often, but then um it was it's pretty much the fellow ban and no, I'd say trust issues, but then trust issues didn't cause the red door to open.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they should never let the other family in their house.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't. There wasn't really a lot of benefit to it. I mean, I know they said like, oh, we can work together, we can put our rations. They were low on rations, but I don't know. I feel like that was just a terrible idea,
yeah,
especially to the death of that family and the death of their son.
yeah. And they lost their son, which then they're gonna slowly die, and then they had to murder another family. Well, they inadvertently gunned down the little boy by accident, but I mean, it's not like you're gonna kill the parents and take in the son, which was
Oh yeah,
infected. So either way, they're all gonna get put down.
no. Yeah, it was a downer, not the biggest downer of a movie, but a downer in and of itself. Sometimes you need to go on a down note, man. That's what life is, a series of down notes.
The occasional upswings.
Yeah, that's a Clerks reference. But yeah, I don't know. It comes at night. I feel like it's a good. It's a lot of tension during the film. If you're watching it, you feel that tension. You don't know what's coming next. You don't know what's behind the next corner. Even though it there's nothing there. It's just what's in your head. It's the fear. It's
Yeah,
your imagination.
because yeah, again,
It's
there's
a movie about anxiety,
and how do you deal with it?
and they dealt with it in terrible, terrible ways.
Yes. So, more of the story, don't talk to strangers, wash your hands, wear a mask.
And relax.
Yes. And stay at least 6 feet away.
Stay the fuck away.
But I I still enjoyed the movie. I know it is a movie that you either love it or not necessarily love it, but you're either gonna like it or you're gonna think it's the worst movie you ever saw. There really is no middle ground for this movie. It's like, I thought it was okay. It's like you either like it or you don't.
I liked it. But I do see where people can be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I think yeah, a lot the way the advertising was done, it
Oh
did.
yeah, the advertising was not what that movie was.
Oh no, it was not, and it easily led people to think that there's some type of monster, some type of creature, what is some type of it that's gonna come at night and get them. But none of that
Yeah.
happened.
Especially like the dream sequences being shown. Like that early one with the grandpa. It really made it seem like some kind of zombie film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I guess whatever did come at night and drop the dog off, but
Right? What the fuck was that? Wait, what? Wait, is there something? Oh wait, no, there's not. But is there? It's like it gave you a few little things like maybe there is something there. I don't know. Maybe we'll get in Cousin Night 2. Here it is, and we'll actually get some fucking monsters.
it'll be it came at night.
It came at night. No, it comes at night too. Here it is. That sounds fucking. That sounds like such a stupid long title.
Something
Here
artsy.
it. Here it
It
is.
sounds artsy enough that yeah,
It'll do it.
yeah.
You know, I made a bold statement that um fucking Midsummer was an artsy fartsy horror movie. But I think in comparison to It Comes at Night, Midsummer was much more of a horror movie. Like it actually gave you more like substance. Like there's actually more. Well, not It Comes at Night has plenty of substance, but it had more actual
Yeah, it was this
tangible things to be afraid of, like a cult
yeah, it was a
and
cult with drugs
murders.
and
That weird
suicide.
fucking eagle thing, the lung thing. Remember that fucking thing? I think it was fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what A24 does. Interesting art house horror.
yes.
My favorite still has to be fucking Hereditary.
That was a good one.
That
And
movie was good,
it was kind of two different movies.
right?
Once the build up and then once the son's at the house and then I remember watching that in theaters too and the fucking when the mom was like crawling along the walls, it's like what the shit?
Yeah, it was like, all right, here's a movie about family pain, unspeakable family pain, and witches.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
And then when the fucking dad gets roasted when he threw the
Yeah,
book, it's like what the hell is happening here?
that movie. If you had a problem, It Comes at Night not having like a fucking thing, watch fucking Hereditary, and you will have all your fucking needs met. That movie is fucking good.
Especially like, with the ending too. It's like what the
Right.
shit?
Just a bunch of fucking weird pagan. Is he even a demon? I don't know.
I
You
think
better
so.
play along. He better be. Like, if he's not, he better play the fuck along. Otherwise, he's fucked.
Yeah, but that one that
That's a movie for another time, maybe. No,
that
actually, go on. Say what you're gonna say.
that was just like yeah, that was a crazy film. I saw that one theaters too, and it was
Yeah.
just yeah, there was yeah the whole walking on the ceiling or walking on the walls. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that movie is fucking cool. Have you seen the pizza things? The
No.
Photoshop going around. There's Photoshop, and it's a bunch of like women screaming from different horror movies, and they Photoshop hot pizza in their mouths. It's really good. I'll try to look up some send to you.
Okay.
But yeah, but yeah, there's it's the mom from Hereditary is one of them.
But oh no, that's yeah, like I said, that's kind of A24, and they is what Hereditary, and then it comes at night where kind of like ones that were starting its horror success.
Did A24 do the recent Visible Man?
No, that was Blumhouse.
That was Blumhouse. Blumhouse is more traditional,
Yes,
and A24 is more artsy fartsy.
it's like the Blum.
Blumhouse did Blumhouse do fucking Get Out?
Yes,
Okay.
it was hit. It
Get Out
was
I could have seen on A24. I could possibly
Blumhouse
see that there.
with Jordan Peele.
Yeah. It's in the Discord. It's really good.
It does not disappoint.
No, it's not. But anyway, I feel that's our It Comes at Night talk, spoiler cast, discussion. I don't know. We'll label it something.
Yes, and if you check this out, you have your thoughts of the movie or have not seen the movie, it's on a few different streaming platforms for you to check out.
Yeah. Did we sell it to you? Did we just give you something that you never want to listen to or hear again? Or watch that? Wait, that's not right. Did we just sell it to you or did we tell you that you don't ever want to watch that movie ever? There we go. That's it. Keep
Yeah.
that. Don't cut that out. I'm just kidding. We're not editing this shit. What are we? Everything stays in because it's an offshoot.
Yes. But yeah, if you see the movie, let us know. If you already have seen the movie, let us know what you thought of it, or depending on how we do on this one, we can do more movies, things like this. But
Yes.
we still have what, a week, 2 weeks to do another one of these.
I think we can do one more at least.
Is there a
I'll
next
try.
movie you have in mind, or say that as a secret cliffhanger?
Oh, I don't. Oh man, I don't know. Me. Fuck, I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of books recently.
Mm-hmm.
I got Audible, the free trial,
Mm-hmm.
and I recently bought a Guillermo del Toro book, and I was like, oh well, I'm not gonna buy the book that I already have physically, because then I feel that'd be fuck. Why did I buy a book? So I started listening to his The Strain trilogy. It was
Mm-hmm.
a TV show on FX. I don't know if you ever saw it. I never
Mm-hmm.
watched it, but about vampires. And if you've seen Blade 2, you know Guillermo does a pretty mean vampire. Remember Blade 2?
Vaguely, yes.
Oh, Blade 2 is good. I love the Blade movie, except for Blade 3. I love the Blade movies.
Which one was Blade 2?
Blade 1 was the rave
Yeah,
and the weird like white guy who was a vampire but the head of a mob.
Frost.
Yes, and then Blade 2 was the ancient vampire and the prince vampire and Blade fighting them. And then Blade 3 was Triple H and Deadpool. They were in that movie. Blade 2 was done by Guillermo del Toro, though. Anywho, I'm listening to the Strain trilogy,
Uh-huh.
and I got it on Audible. I'm not sponsored by them, and I'll tell you right now because I got a credit. I fucking plowed through the first book while I was at work, and then I fucking returned it You got the second book. Waited about a week. Plowed through it again when I went back to work. Returned that. Now I'm on the last book. Free books, motherfuckers. I have a
Yes.
very, very lax return policy if you plow through that shit. So I'm about to see how that ends. And then maybe I'll watch a TV show and see what they did different and if it's worse or better. I don't know.
I gave the movie or the show a try, but I kind of lost interest. But
Yeah, it. I could see it. I didn't watch some YouTube clips and I was like, I like the book. I like how the book sounds much better.
in the show, the kid was very annoying. That's all I
I
remember.
heard about that. I heard that he was horrible.
Yeah, he
But
was just a little shit in the entire thing. It's just like,
seems like a little shit in book three because now he's the vampires. The vampires give him everything he wants, but now he seems like a little shit. But in the first two books, he seemed fine. I
yeah,
don't know.
I didn't get that far in the show where if he turned into a
You
vampire.
have to watch the show.
He was just a regular little kid that was just a little shit. That's it.
No, no. Well, I don't know if he gets turned. It's turned.
Mm,
In the book, the vampire steals him to raise him so that way he can become him.
mm.
Or like jumps into bodies, and he starts giving him like everything he fucking wants, and like starts like just grooming him to becoming like the perfect body for him.
Yeah,
So yeah.
but I think we got one
Oh,
more.
book's good. Book's interesting.
Cool. Because we got one more full week of October. This will come out before or soonish, but we'll try and squeeze one more of these out for a horror movie.
Have you seen the Krispy Kreme donuts, spooky donuts?
I don't think so.
Okay, they got a Frankenstein donut. It has like white filling. They have
Uh,
a Dracula donut. It has like raspberry filling. And they have like a Wolfman donut where it's like just glazed to look like Wolfman.
what did you think of the recent The Invisible Man remake?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
don't know how good this. I don't know how good this recording thing's gonna come out because we've been going in and out on my end.
Oh,
Hope it
cool.
came out good. I don't know.
I want to think I came out good. Well, I'm the one doing the recording, so I think it'll come out all right. But
Hope
then,
it comes out good on your end because on my end, I'm getting some weird lag.
either way, it should be entertaining
I
for.
like the Invisible Man.
Okay.
It was good.
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that was all right.
I liked it. That was fun.
Different
But
concept.
I hope it's not gonna do that Dark Universe bullshit.
Dark Universe bullshit.
Yeah, remember Universal was trying to kick off the Dark Universe?
Mm.
Did you not remember that when that new Mummy movie came out with Tom
Mm.
Cruise?
Yeah, yeah.
This is to be like a new Dracula and like Frankenstein, and they're gonna make like a fucking Marvel thing, but with the Universal monsters.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna just because. I mean, the Mummy movie, I never saw it, but that one bombed horribly. But with how well The Invisible Man did, especially during like right at peak COVID or when COVID was coming out, it still did.
It was right before COVID,
Yeah.
right before.
Um, because I believe I saw it in theaters. I did get to see it in theaters. Probably the last one we got to see in theaters this
I
year.
think that was, yeah, I think it's the last movie I saw in theaters.
and and then that was a big deal because everyone the country the fucking world shut down, but then they made it available to watch on streaming,
Yeah.
and it even by streaming it did financially well, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna make the other ones.
I would say I would like to see a new Creature of Black Lagoon, but I already got that in the Shape of Water, so I'm good.
Yes.
That was a good movie.
Guillermo
I like
again.
that one. Guillermo again. Guillermo does no wrong. I remember seeing that movie with my friend, and we were like, "This is a pretty good movie." And we're like, is she gonna fuck the fish guy?" And then when she does, we were like, "Oh my god, he's gonna fuck the fish!" It was like yes, they went there. It was great.
Yeah. Well, she was the way they had the opening scene. She was kind of
Yeah, no, yeah, they set it up. I'll say if they didn't pull the trigger after that opening scene, it's like, this is a real love story between a monster and a.
yes,
But the real monster was that guy with the fingers, General Zod.
yes. Again, leave it to man.
Man's a monster, not real monsters. Man,
Yes.
that was a really good movie. I actually have it on Blu-ray. I really like that movie.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I definitely like doing this. We'll figure out what we're gonna do
Yes,
going
this is my
forward.
only presence on the channel right now. Hello, I'm very busy.
Yes, and you are missed. We need
Yes.
we need that fourth and pacify.
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh yeah, I saw you guys were playing Pacify. I was like, man, I don't play Pacify, but I'm working. Yes, see how
Yeah,
things go.
I mean,
Hopefully, I get some time opening up soon. Maybe. I don't
maybe
know. Maybe. Try to adjust the schedule around.
we'll figure it out.
Maybe I should work days. Nah, I can't wake up early.
But I think this is a good stopping point for
This is.
yeah. So we'll figure it out. We'll try to squeeze one more in. And we'll leave it as a surprise on what that movie may or may not be.
Yeah.
But don't forget, depending when this is gonna come out, but this will be out before Monday the 26th. Monday the 26th is the end date for our pumpkin carving contest.
Carve them pumpkins.
Yes, so if you want to carve a watermelon, do that. I saw
Ooh, that
someone
sounds good.
carved a potato, so
What the hell's carving potato? Was that Joel?
no one we knew was just a random GIF or meme or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
But um, yes, bring in those submissions. I finished carving my pumpkin that I may or may not have shown in the Discord and Facebook by the time this comes out. But
I've seen it. It's good. Here's another picture of a woman eating pizza. Look at it. It's evil, dude.
yeah,
It's so good. It's really good. It's a good Photoshop thing. Look it up, people.
Oh,
Let's go into the fucking thumbnail. It has nothing to do with the video until you get this far into it, but it's good.
we'll find a way to incorporate these into the segment.
It's good, right?
It's kind of late right now. I think I just see S popped on Discord or like
Really?
he's not in the
Oh my
chat.
god, I hope he sees this.
So he should be asleep, but then he's like, what the hell's going on? He's gonna
What
see
the fuck are the people eating pizza?
he doesn't watch horror movies, so he's like, I don't know what the hell the second one
Yeah, this is a good one too. I love this. I love this Photoshop thing.
And
It's wonderful.
if you want to, we're not gonna say what the third one is, so you have to be sure to listen to the whole thing until you'll see the third one.
Third one's pretty good.
But
I think
yes.
the second one's the best, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't say what that one was either. So yes, you have to
Yeah,
listen to it.
yeah. Listen. All
But
right.
but yes, that was our review or talk.
Discussion.
Yes, thank you. Discussion of It Comes at Night. I was joined by Nicholas Zombie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for welcoming me to your ear holes. And as always, remember, if you're driving on Old Pearsall Road, that ain't no baby.
Yes, if you were the Fang
Buy
baby.
the shirt. Buy the shirt.
Yes.
I forgot that's a thing. I should buy it. Well, we'll see.
Yes. I'm obviously 2003. This is part of our oddities and entrails discussion of It Comes at Night. If you like what you see, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff on our YouTube as well as Twitch. But we're signing out now. Be sure to keep it spooky. Stay safe. Go vote.
Bye bye. Go vote. If you haven't voted yet, you still got time. I haven't
Yes.
voted yet, but I'm going to.
Yes. So early voting. Go vote. Don't forget
Yeah.
to settle
You
down.
got till the 30th. You got till Devil's Night.
Oh yeah. Fire it up.
Devil. Fire it up. Fire it up. But yes, it comes at night, and good night.